The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside East Central High School for tonight's girls basketball matchup here between the Braham Bombers and the East Central Eagles. It is a battle in the Great River Conference. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. So excited to be out here for this Great River Conference matchup here in this girls basketball game. And it should be a good one. These two teams coming in pretty good. Young for both of these teams, actually. You got a good mix, but leaning more on the young side for both of these squads. Pretty junior heavy for the Braham Bombers. They've got 2-3 seniors mixed in there. And then for the East Central Eagles, they've got a really good mix. They've only got 2 seniors on the squad, but they got a good mix of juniors, sophomores, freshmen, and even some 8th graders that'll make their way onto the varsity roster as well. So a good mix here for both of these teams, as I mentioned before, and it should be a fantastic matchup here between these two teams. As I mentioned, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, bringing you all the action here on Nice 95.5 FM. The reason, now, some of you might be asking, hey, Ethan, this was supposed to be on 106.5 FM. Well, you can thank the Packers for that. Just another reason not to like the Green Bay Packers. Of course, I'm kidding. But, or am I? But as a Vikings fan, I'm not kidding. As a member of the employee of WCMP who plays the games of the Green Bay Packers, I am kidding. So, yeah. But as we take a look at this game here tonight, it should be a good one. I'm excited because, first of all, I haven't got to see the Eagles play yet. Anytime you can see East Central play, it's fun. You know, I'm excited to see them play just because, again, I haven't watched them yet this year, and I'm excited to see what they look like. Last year, didn't have the year that they were hoping for, and I think this year, man, they're going to look a lot better and a lot different. You know, they've got a new head coach this year, which I think is interesting because it's her first year. It's going to be her first year coaching, and we'll hear a little bit more about that from her herself once we get into this one a little bit more. But taking a look at both of these teams here coming into tonight, starting with the visiting Braham Bombers. They are on top of this section. In fact, they are probably one of the favorites in Section 5A. Not only go and make a deep run in the playoffs, but also get back to that section championship game and also make it to the state tournament. Of course, they did make it to the section championship game last year, beating Ogilvie in the semifinal, kind of a little bit more lopsided than we would have liked to have seen between two of our local teams, but Braham did it. Then they made it to the section championship, playing against Walker, Hackensack, Akeley, and unfortunately they fell in that game to Walker, Hackensack, Akeley. But you look at both Braham and Walker, Hackensack, Akeley, Section 5A is split up into 2 divisions, if you will, 5A East and 5A West. Bertha Hewitt right now is number 1 in 5A West just because they've already played a section game, so they lead and they're 3-0. Walker, Hackensack, Akeley is right behind them with a 2-0 record. Haven't played a section game yet, but I'm sure once they do, they'll stick there in that top 2. For Braham, they're number 1 in 5A East at 2-0 in this section and 3-0 overall. As we take a look at the Braham Bombers' schedule, of course, their first game, they beat North Branch, who is a much improved team from last year, that North Branch West City Co-op, 61-47. They went on to beat Ogilvie 60-45. Then they beat Mille Lacs on Tuesday 73-20. So the defense for them allowing under 60 points right now. That's I think for Braham, they will definitely look to improve that. Of course, I always say with basketball, especially since there are so many games, the first week or 2 of the season, you just really don't 100% know what you're getting with your team yet. You might have a really great idea of what you're getting, but you're still not 100% set in your lineups, in what kind of team you're going to be able to run. Is it going to be the same as last year? Are you going to have to tweak some things from last year? That is all kind of what you kind of work through and iron out here in the first 2 weeks. So in the first 2 weeks, I always like to say, we just aren't real sure of what these teams are going to look like quite yet, but I think right when we get to around that Christmas time is really when we start to see, maybe even not necessarily start to see, but when we really start to see these teams look like themselves, look like what they're going to look like for the season. So even though these teams might actually look pretty good here tonight and they might play really well, I still don't think we're going to see them as good as they will look after Christmas. I'm excited to see what both these teams look like at the end of the season, because I think East Central has a chance to surprise some people, and for them it may not be surprising anybody, but I think for other teams they would be surprising them. But for Braham, they are one of the favorites in the section and in the conference, so they're not going to sneak up on anybody. Everybody knows how good they are, so they're really not sneaking up on anyone, but they've got the target on their back. They last year finished the season on a really regular season anyways on a really good note. They finished the entire season at 24-6, and out of their 4 playoff games, they were 20-5 going into the playoffs, having won 3 straight and 5 out of their last 6. We can go even further and look at it. Oh my goodness, that's too much math for me, but close, if not over 10 wins out of their last 12. So, I mean, just a phenomenal end to the season. There are only 2 losses ending the season were to Pine City and Mountain Iron Buell. Mountain Iron Buell, obviously a state team year in and year out, but then they went through the playoffs, dominated, and I mean dominated through the playoffs. Their closest game that they won was against BBE. If you don't know what that stands for, that's Belgrade Brutenel Rosa. So they did a really good job against playoff competition. And they'll look to get back there this year. For East Central, they're 1-1 on the season. They would like to see their offense be a bit better, but they can't complain with a 1-1 start. They did lose to Mora 64-39. That Mora team looks to be very good this year. But then they beat Hinckley Finlayson 55-48. That Hinckley Finlayson girls team for quite a few years now has been surprising people out of the single A, and then in the double A, I think a lot of people expect them to have growing pains. I don't want to say they didn't have growing pains, because I think they certainly did, but they have been really good in double A. So to beat Hinckley Finlayson is no small feat, but they get one of the top teams in the section and in the conference in Braham here tonight. I'm excited to see how they play. Let's get a word from our fine sponsors, because then we're going to hear that interview with the Eagles head coach, Sammy Tu, who this, again, her first year coaching the Eagles. You're listening to Girls Basketball on Nice 95.5 K.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and is loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
He caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9
WCMP.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Ethan Game Day Gilman here, and I'm now joined by the girls basketball head coach for East Central, Sammy Tu. Coach Tu, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here.
And starting us off here, how many years have you been coaching basketball?
Yeah, so this is my 5th year coaching in general, but it's actually my 1st year coaching basketball.
And what got you into coaching?
I'm very passionate about the game of basketball. I'm an East Central graduate, so I'm really wanting to see this program build up. And I really desire to see our student athletes grow both on and off the court.
Obviously, the fall sports season kind of runs almost right up to winter sports season, and you were also coaching that volleyball team as well. So looking at the basketball season, how do you prepare for the basketball season?
Yeah, so it's lots of time planning and researching different drills, creating practice plans, reviewing previous year's films, and then collaborating with other people in similar roles just to get new ideas so that we're fresh and ready for the season.
And turning our attention towards the team, looking at the roster, is this a younger, older roster, or a mix of both?
I would say We're a mix of both. We have a heavy ninth grade crew, that's for sure, but we're definitely smaller in numbers this year. So we have a couple seniors, a few juniors, and then underclassmen from there.
And looking at the team, do we know who the team captains are?
Yep, so we have 3 team captains this year. We have Elsie Lowerson, who's a senior, Chandra Nelson, who's also a senior, and then Hayden Lowe is a sophomore, and she'll be a captain with them as well.
And looking at those captains, what are some of the things that you expect to see from them in their captain role?
So I see them being leaders, both on and off the court, being that positive example that is willing to put in the work. I see them being encouragers to their teammates and just really helping to build this program up.
Looking through the first couple of weeks of practice here, you also got to be a part of a scrimmage a couple weekends ago. But looking at the players, has there been anybody that has maybe surprised you or just even stepped up?
I think this is my first year in this role, and so I've observed several of our players who's really surprised me with their just dedication and performance. They put in a lot of extra effort in the off season, which is remarkable for them continuing to grow as a player. It's very evident to see their passion for their game, just to step up in ways that we didn't anticipate. So this commitment has not only been enhanced their individual skills, but also positively impacted our team dynamics as well.
Looking at the season here, you mentioned this will be your first year coaching basketball. What's something you're excited about for this season?
I am just excited for a new opportunity for our team just to grow and strengthen our skills. I believe that every game and every practice will be a new opportunity for us to learn and develop together. So I'm excited to see how this group of athletes rises to the challenge that each day brings and see their hard work pay off.
For you as a coach, maybe even some of the players, what is the expectation for the team? Maybe not wins and losses, but just as a team.
Yeah, so I want our players to be leaders both on and off the court. They're student athletes, so we expect them to be leaders in the classroom and then be dedicated to their sport. And any extra involvement in the community, too, is also something that we want to promote. So we want to see them demonstrating that respect, teamwork, and sportsmanship every day, being disciplined in even the small things, in practice and in games, and then just really setting those small goals for themselves to continue to grow and improve on something daily. Basketball is a fun opportunity, and I think the more goals we set for ourselves, the better chance we have to just continue to see that growth.
You mentioned you had watched some film, but looking at this team last year, what is something maybe you noticed they did have success with that you would like to see them have success with again?
Oh, man, I think I'm still trying to learn everything along with the girls, and so it's a bit challenging to kind of pinpoint a specific achievement from last year, but I am just genuinely excited to see the opportunities that lie ahead for this team. I know we have girls that are willing to put in work, and it's going to make all the difference this season.
Looking at the schedule, I know as a coach, you like to make sure it's one game at a time, but are there any games on the schedule that you're maybe looking forward to?
I just think whatever the next one is. We have our first home game tonight, and we're really excited for that one. We're just excited about the opportunity that we get to play. Hinckley-Finlayson is always a fun rivalry game, and so just excited for every opportunity we get to play.
You mentioned your first game here tonight, and you get to be at home for that game. You'll welcome in Mora. Looking at this game here tonight, what is something that you're hoping to see from this team?
I really want to see our team just execute well, be disciplined on defense, and come out and work together to find success on the court.
And, Coach, that's all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
We're just thankful for the opportunity to get out there, and we hope that we see some of you at our games this year.
We will definitely be there throughout the season. And, Coach, I want to take time to thank you for taking time to do this interview. It's greatly appreciated, and wish you the best of luck on the season.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Back here on 106 point, or no, actually, excuse me. That's where the game's supposed to be. Thanks, Green Bay Packers. We're here on 95.5 FM, KBEK. Packers are playing over on 106.5 FM tonight, so that is why this game had to be switched over to KBEK. Taking a look at your starters tonight for the Braham Bombers, it's going to be junior number 4, Emily Davis, and then a sophomore number 14, Morgan Rysdam, a senior number 15, Olivia Hikes, then a junior number 22, Jenna Beck, and a senior number 23, Alex Rysdam. On the other side for the East Central Eagles, it will be a junior number 10, Kennedy Volk, a senior number 20, Elsie Lowerson, then a senior number 23, Chandra Nelson, and number 30, a freshman, Lucy Lowerson, and a sophomore, number 33, Hayden Lowe. Those are your starters here tonight for both of these teams. The Eagles head coached by Sammy Tu, the Bombers head coached by Zach Loy. You can actually hear both of those interviews if you didn't catch them on our website at WCMPradio.com or KBEK.com. So be sure to check those out. 18 minutes is up on our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom Life Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. So we get set for tip-off here at East Central High School. And looks like it will be Kennedy Volk along with Jenna Beck at center court for tip. And here's the tip. It is won by the Bombers. It's going to be tipped back to Emily Davis. She'll bring it up past the center court line. She'll stand at that East Central logo, pass it to the far side. That's Jenna Beck over there. She passes it back. Alex Rysdam now to Jenna Beck, and now she gives it off to Emily Davis. Davis over to Hikes, one of the taller players here for Braham, maybe one of the tallest on the court. Over to Emily Davis, near side elbow for 3. Tried to bank it off the backboard. It's no good. Rebound's going to be taken in there by Elsie Lowerson, and Lowerson tries to give it up there to Lowe. It's nearly stolen away, and here come the Eagles with Hayden Lowe. Lowe underneath the basket. That one's going to be knocked out of her hands. They're going to say it touched Lowe last, and it will be Braham Bomber basketball. Turnover here by the Eagles gives it back to Braham. Inbound here by Hikes to Rysdam. Rysdam trying to get around the defender. She does on the near side. That they're going to double team her. She'll take it, pass it inside here. Trying to go inside to Hikes from the pass to Alex Rysdam. It is knocked out of bounds by the Eagles, so it will stay with the Bombers. Good defense, though, there by East Central. Getting back in plenty of time and not allowing anything deep, but the Bombers get it inbounded here. Now over on the far side, Rysdam for 3. It's off the mark, no good. She's going to grab her own rebound. That's Morgan Rysdam in the paint. Gives it back outside to Emily Davis. Emily Davis will circle to the top of the key. She'll wait, set up the offensive play, give it here near side, Morgan Rysdam. She gets a screen, trying to drive inside. Contacted there, and her shot is no good, but she's going to draw the foul from Kennedy Volk. So the foul there on the Eagles, their first, and Kennedy Volk's first, and at the line is Rysdam for 2. First one is up, no good. So the first one's off the mark. And this one is good. So Morgan Rysdam, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. It's 1-0 Braham. Inbound here for the Eagles. Gets to Kennedy Volk. Volk on that near side gives it up to Chandra Nelson. Nelson all the way across the court. It was tipped, but Lowe brings it in at center court. Up at that Eagles logo. Nearly had that one poked out. Trying to get around the defender. She gets a screen. This guy, I think they're going to get an illegal screen. Yeah. An illegal screen there on Chandra Nelson. Unfortunately, that will be her first and the team's second. And I seen it as soon as it happened. She went to set that screen, but she was moving her feet as she set the screen, and you cannot do that. Here come the Bombers quickly. Ooh, Davis might have got away with a travel there, but she'll give it inside now. Tykus now to Beck. Beck shot no good. Rebound is up for grabs, and jump ball call. Or are we going to get a foul? I think they got the jump ball. Okay. So jump ball call. Possession arrow favors East Central. They'll get it. Chandra Nelson will inbound for East Central. Gives it into Lowe. Lowe guarded well there by Rysdam. Lowe gets around one, trying to get it to another. That ball is tipped, going to be stolen away by Morgan Rysdam. Shot is up, and it is good. I believe that was Rysdam. No, that was Hikus. Olivia Hikus for two. Eagles with it. That ball is tipped again. Chandra Nelson gives it up to now Lucy Lowerson. Lucy Lowerson just inside the perimeter. A turnaround shot there for Kennedy Volk. It's no good. Rebounded here by Braham. Alex Rysdam. Alex Rysdam gives it near side to Hikus. Inside Jenna Beck, towering over the two defenders behind her. She shoots, no good. Shoots again, and it is in. She got her own rebound, and it's 5-0 Braham. Chandra Nelson will inbound here to Lucy Lowerson. Lowerson got a little bit of an edge, slowed down, spin move, and that ball nearly stolen away. She'll give it off to Chandra Nelson. Nelson now to Lowe. Lowe, turnaround jumper is no good, and it's up for grabs. Rebound still there, but it's going to be taken in by Emily Davis. So the Bombers have it coming back the other way. Bombers moving left to right on your radio dial. East Central right to left. Inside, no one on Hikus, but she missed! Hikus missed the shot, and sometimes you can just be too open. That's what happened there with Olivia Hikus. No one was around her. She had about 5 feet on each side of her where nobody was. But sometimes you can just be too open. They're going to get Morgan Rysdam with a foul here, so we'll give the ball back to East Central. Kennedy Volk will inbound. Chandra Nelson has it. Nelson slowing things down. Got 3 in the back court. They've got numbers in the front court. Now Lucy Lowerson trying to take it inside. Backs it outside to Elsie Lowerson. Shot is no good. Good look from 3, though. Morgan Rysdam will get the rebound for Braham. Up the court quickly. Alex Rysdam for 2. No good. A shot from Emily Davis off the rebound is 7-0 Braham. Chandra Nelson gets the inbound pass there from Volk. Nelson brings it up the court, fakes the pass. Now she's going to run into a double team. Trying to get that pass out, but it's tipped away, stolen away by Alex Rysdam. Alex Rysdam to the basket, lays it in for 2, and that will draw a timeout by Sammy 2 and the East Central Eagles. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a short one as well. You're listening to girls basketball here on K.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing Arrowhead Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for the biggest sale of the year.
With great deals on thousands of ice fishing and winter sports products under one roof.
You can shop, compare, and save.
Special features include the thrilling Sea Lion Splash,
trout fishing in the frozen basin,
and pro fishing and cooking tips from experts in the icebox.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Yeah, we'll be giving away a pair of those tickets here, I think at around halftime. That's when we'll probably have enough time to do it, so stay tuned for that. We'll give you a keyword to text in and win. Meanwhile, Eagles have it back. They'll inbound here to Lucy Lowerson. Lowerson's going to be double teamed. A little bit of full court press here put on by Braham. She gets it off to Hayden Lowe. Lowe up on the near side of the court. She loses possession, but she gains it back. Trying to throw it off the defender, out of bounds. It's going to be stolen away there by Morgan Rysdam, and now we got a whistle. And I think, do we get a foul here on East Central? We do. East Central with the foul. Their team's third, the first there on Hayden Lowe. It's 9-0. Braham with the lead. So inbound. Morgan Rysdam will inbound here to Davis. Davis to Beck. Back to Davis. Off on the far side, dribbling around the defender. Shot is up, no good. And Alex Rysdam puts it back in for 2 off the rebound. Central looking. A deep inbound here to Lucy Lowerson. She's got some room. Got a lot of room now on the near side. Looking to pass it back. Wanted it low, but it's going to be nearly ripped away by Beckett. But they call jump ball, and possession arrow favors the Braham Bombers. Bombers wearing their white away uniforms, the blue letters and numbers outlined in gold, the blue stripe down the side of the jersey and pant. That double B logo on the left side of the shorts as well. Passing up the court here. Wide open Olivia Hikus, and this time she does not miss. Inbound here to Lucy Lowerson. She's open on that near side of the court. She's going to take it herself. Now she'll try to pass it on the far side. It's up for grabs. They're going to battle for it. And they wind up on the floor together, but it is going to be a possession arrow that favors East Central. We'll get a substitution here for Braham, it looks like. Looks like they will go with number 10, a senior, Ayla Anderson. Inbound here for East Central now. With it is low over, or that was Lowerson, to low, and now a shot is no good, rebounded by Alex Rysdam. She'll give it off here to Morgan Rysdam. Her shot's no good. Rebounded and put back by Ayla Anderson. For two. We got a buzzer, I think, maybe an ill-advised buzzer. I don't know. Well, it is 13-0. Should be 15, I think. Let's count it on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Yeah, according to what I have, it should be 15-0. So I think they need to add the 2 for Braham. Give us a chance to tell you the Eagles are wearing their home blue uniforms. The gray numbers outlined in white, the white letters outlined in gray, the gray stripe on the side of each side of the short. That EC logo on the right side of the shorts as well. So we've got the points up there for Braham. Was it maybe that the clock didn't run? I'm not real sure. 13:34 to go here in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at embracemn.com. And not quite sure why. There's a little confusion somewhere as to something. We did get the points up there for Braham. I think maybe we were just making sure the points were where they're supposed to be. That could quite simply be it. But we're back to action. East Central will inbound. Chandra Nelson gets it inbounded here to Lowerson. Nelson will take it up the court. She gives it off, trying to give it off near side. Good pull down by Volk on that one. And then the pass back here is going to go out of bounds. That was intended for Elsie Lowerson, but it went well beyond her reach and back into the backcourt. It will go out of bounds, and it will be a turnover, and Braham will get it back. Looks like East Central will get a couple substitutions here. Ashlyn Lowe checking into the game for the first time. Oh, no, my pen went out. There we go. And also out there, jump ball opportunity. Possession error favors the Bombers. Also out there is number 0, Addie Presley. I love the fact that we've got the number 0 back in high school sports. I think that is so cool. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Olivia Hikus will get the inbound for Braham. Shot from 3 is no good. Rebounded on that far side by Ashlyn Lowe. So coming into the game and making an impact right away. Ooh, a double dribble. Got away with it, though, did Hayden Lowe. This pass here to Elsie Lowerson goes off of her knee and is going to be a backcourt violation, unfortunately. Oh, man, you feel for her because that's one where obviously she wasn't trying to do that. And just a simple mistake that time. A lot of people don't, but I do. Olivia Hikus will get the inbound for Braham. Shot from 3 is no good. Rebounded on that far side. So the Bombers have it back on that far side 3. That is no good for Braham. Rebounded by Hikus. Hikus for 2, no good. And this ball is going to be knocked out of bounds by East Central. So it will stay with Braham. Inbound here to Hikus for three on that near side corner. It is no good. Getting the rebound for East Central is once again Ashlyn Lowe. She'll give it to Hayden Lowe. Hayden Lowe up on the near side of the court. Oh, breaking the ankles of Morgan Rysdam. Inside she goes, gives it back outside Addie Presley. Now over to Lowe, or excuse me, that's Elsie Lowerson for two! Lucy Lowerson, I'll get it down eventually. Lucy Lowerson for two, but here come the Braham Bombers quickly up the court. It's Alex Rysdam with it, gives it over to Morgan. Morgan on the near side here to number 2. We'll get her name real quick. Number 2, it's going to be a steal, Avery Schockman, but a steal here for the Eagles, Hayden Lowe. Up on that far side is Ashlyn Lowe. Hayden Lowe with it back again. Eagles have it. Passing the ball around really well. Hayden Lowe has it. Now to Ashlyn Lowe. She'll give it to Lucy Lowerson. Lucy trying to give it to Hayden Lowe. Hayden Lowe gets it. Spins around one defender. Trying to drive inside. Shot is up. Oh, it's just long. Rebounded here by Alex Rysdam. Quickly up the court come the Bombers. Gives it off near side Avery Schockman. Schockman trying to go inside here to Ayla Anderson. Shot up. No good, but they're going to say it's a shooting foul here on East Central. That whistle came well after the shot. That's going to be the second foul here on Chandler Nelson. 2 shots now for Ayla Anderson. 15-2 is our score with 11:35 to go in the first half. Shot is off the front of the rim, no good for Ayla Anderson. Substitution here for East Central will bring in number 5, and that's going to be number 5 is Sophia Eklund. So quite a few substitutions here for both teams early on. I like to see it. Again, it is Ayla Anderson. She missed her first, trying to convert on the second. The second one is going to be no good as well. Rebounded, though, by Alex Rysdam. And then she stepped on the boundary line, on the baseline. And so that will give it back to East Central. Elsie Lowerson will look to inbound. She does on that far side to Kennedy Volk. Volk bringing it up the court past that East Central logo. Trying to get around the defender. Gives it back now to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson fakes one way, takes it the other. Gives it back to Kennedy Volk for 3. It's good. Kennedy Volk for 3. Makes it 15-5. Good passing here by East Central lately. And now quickly up the court the other way comes Braham. Shot. Behind the back shot is Alex Rysdam. Reverse layup is no good. Rebounded there. I think that's Kennedy Volk with her first. Volk brings it up the court. Lost the dribble there at the top of the key a little bit. She'll give it off near side now to Ashlyn Lowe. Lowe with it, taking it right to the free throw line and giving it to Addie Presley on the far side for Volk. Shot is up, no good. Rebound. Almost saved by Ashlyn Lowe. Love the hustle and the effort there by Lowe, but that one is going to be out of bounds. Now checking in for the Bombers. Well, they got 2 new ones. They have their number 5 in the game. That is Mackenzie Golly. But then they also bring in number 24, Bridget Golly. So Bridget and Mackenzie Golly in the game. This pass is inside, trying to get it to Mackenzie Golly, but it slips out of her hands out of bounds, so it will go back to the Eagles. Very interesting to see the early substitutions here for both of these teams. 10:32 to go. Inbound here goes to Sophia Eklund. Eklund will give it back to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson takes it up on the far side, cutting back near side, now cutting back towards the middle. Stops, trying to get around Morgan Rysdam. Volk with it. She loses it, but Lowe's right there, so she just kind of hands it to her. Now to Lowerson. Lowerson on the far side, trying to go inside, but it is stolen away by Mackenzie Golly. Like a deep safety back there. Garden center field. Picked it off. Give here to Avery Schockman now on the near side for Bridget Golly. Inside. Lost that ball. It's up for grabs. Going to be stolen away by Ashlyn Lowe. Ashlyn Lowe will bring it up the court. She'll give it off Lowerson. Lowerson far side. She gives it to Volk. Volk top of the key. Driving inside. Gives it off near side now. Ashlyn Lowe in the corner. Back out to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson looking. Driving. Give back to Ashlyn Lowe. Hands now to Addie Presley. Back to Lowerson. They're going to take time off the clock, but they will set up their shot, and when they do, it has looked good so far. Sophia Eklund to Volk. Volk picks up her dribble. I don't know if she tried to shoot that, but it was blocked, but either way, it's going to be taken by Mackenzie Gawley. Mackenzie Gawley is going to give it off now to Avery Schockman, who tucks it in her arm like a running back and lays it in for 2. Makes it 17-5. It's Kennedy Volk who will bring it up for East Central. Volk looking, find a lane. Pass back out to Elsie Lowerson. Nearly lost it. Lowerson going to dribble, drive around some defenders. Her shot is a little bit off. Ayla Anderson there for the rebound, and she'll hand it off to Schockman. Quickly up the court. They try to go inside. That pass was right to an Eagle, but it somehow bounced off her, and now Avery Schockman has it. Gives it off near side to Morgan Rysdam. Rysdam trying to get around the defender, Lowerson. Lowerson is blocking really well. Then she gives it outside to Avery Schockman. Schockman trying to find her way to set up this play. She gives it back on the near side to Morgan Rysdam for 3, and that is good. Morgan Rysdam for 3 makes it 20-5. Inbound here to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson guarded well by Morgan Rysdam. She'll give it up the court now to Addie Presley. Presley picks up her dribble, gives it near side to Ashlyn Lowe. Lowe on the elbow. Spinning around one defender, backs out to Volk. Volk trying to drive inside. Volk shot up off the side of the backboard. She gets her own rebound, puts it back in for 2. The putback for Kennedy Volk. But here come the Bombers once again, pushing the pace. It's Gawley with it. Now she gives it, trying to give it back to Ayla Anderson, but it was tipped, but picked up by the Bombers. Now Avery Schockman gets the pass from Anderson. That ball is knocked out of bounds by a member of the Eagles. They will say it was touched by one of them last, Addie Presley. A couple more substitutions, but now I think we're more or less back to the starters being out there. Checking in, Emily Davis for the Bombers, as well as Chandra Nelson for the Eagles. Inbound here, Jenna Beck is one of the other substitutions that is in as well. Dribbles one way, spins back the other way. Shot is up, no good. And we get a foul here on Braham. It was going to be a rebound for Bridget Gawley, but a foul on the Bombers. We'll give it back to the Eagles. The first foul there on Jenna Beck. Team's second. Kennedy Volk looking for the deep inbound. Beck is there, and she will one hand take it away. And now we get a foul, I think, again on Beck. Gave a little bit of a stiff arm to the defender, and that'll be her second. So her second, team's third, and she'll take a break. And for her, Olivia Hikus. Chandra Nelson on this near baseline. Will inbound. Inbounds it here to Hayden Lowe. Lowe can't get the edge, trying to pass it inside, but nobody there, and Olivia Hikus is for Braham with the steal. She gives it off to Emily Davis, far side, inside here to Mackenzie Gawley for 2. Makes it 22-7. Chandra Nelson will inbound here to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson trying to pick up the pace, gets by the defender. Emily Davis, and then, well, they're going to allow it to happen, but Chandra Nelson was completely run over by the defender. She didn't even have the ball, so they're going to say maybe incidental contact or something. I don't know. Elsie Lowerson showing off the move, gets a screen from Nelson. She'll give it to Hayden Lowe. Lowe gives it off far side, Volk. Volk on the elbow. Volk trying to drive around. Step back 2, just long, and Schockman will keep it alive. And Hikus will grab it. She'll give it up the court. Emily Davis, far side. Davis back to Hikus. Hikus for 3. Good. It's can't leave Braham open too often from that distance without them hitting. And we'll see another timeout here by East Central. And while we have a moment, we'll take a look at that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics will leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Plus, they'll have your customized smile journey, and it starts with a free consultation. The team over there wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. The Bombers lead here over the Eagles 25-7. And this, again, a great River Conference matchup. The conference this year has grown. They've added 3 teams, and it really has felt like, man, it's been too long But the teams that have been added to the Great River are Aiken, Crosby, Ironton, and Mora. Now, again, Mora's the one where it feels like, man, we've waited too long to add Mora to the Great River. I mean, Mora plays everyone in the Great River each and every year in each and every sport. And it's like, okay, we just need to make this a conference one. And it's kind of the same and similar for Aiken and Crosby. It seems like we play them, everyone plays them in the conference every single year. And it always seems to be a good game, so why not just add them to the conference? And we did. Now, sadly for Aiken and Crosby, their conference or conferences were kind of depleting and going away. So they needed a conference, and Great River was like, heck yeah, bring it on over. Inbound, Chandra Nelson looking. She'll give it to Lowerson. Lowerson guarded by 2 Braham defenders. This inbound a little bit ill-advised, and it's stolen away by Avery Schockman. Shot is up, no good. Foul here is going to go on East Central, and it will send Emily Davis to the line for 2. I think they're going to get Kennedy Volk for her second. It's the team's 5th. I apparently can't hold on to my pen tonight. Second time I've dropped it. Emily Davis' shot is up and no good. So now attempting her second of 2 free throws, and this one is good. 1 of 2 is Emily Davis from the free throw line. Inbound quickly to Lowerson, back to Chandra Nelson. Nelson trying to go up the court here. She got it to Lucy Lowerson underneath the basket. Kennedy Volk is there for 2. Beautiful passing and quick passing, too, from East Central, makes it 26-9. But Braham is just as quick up the court. Alex Rysdam with it on the near side. Drifting towards the top of the key. Gives it off to Avery Schockman. Schockman will give it off on the far side to Emily Davis. Davis, she'll spin around, give it back to Heikes. Heikes cutting underneath the basket. Delivers it in there for 2. And just a good play set up there for Braham. Heikes found her way wide open underneath. Elsie Lowerson guarded well. Gives it to Nelson. That pass to Kennedy Volk just over her head. And they had that set up beautifully. But Nelson was under just a ton of pressure, and she had to get that one away quickly. That's unfortunate because Kennedy Volk would have had a shot at 3, or at least drawn some defenders her way to where she would have opened up someone else for a shot. So that's unfortunate there for East Central, looking like they had a good setup. Bombers have it back for themselves. Heikes inside, pass to Emily Davis, now to Alex Rysdam inside to Morgan Rysdam. A 3 is no good. Rebounded by Morgan Rysdam. She gives it off now to Alex Rysdam for 2. 30-9 is the score. Kennedy Volk trying to get it back to Chandra Nelson, but Emily Davis is going to grab the steal and 2. That pass was just behind Chandra Nelson, and unfortunately it's another turnover. Elsie Lowerson will get it from Chandra Nelson. This pass is up the court, trying to find Kennedy Volk, but it was tipped and knocked out of bounds there by Mackenzie Gawley. It will stay with the Eagles. A couple substitutions. Looks like we'll bring back in Addie Presley and Ashlyn Lowe for East Central. They come in for, I believe, Kennedy Volk and Chandra Nelson. Hayden Lowe will inbound. She gives it off here to Elsie Lowerson. Now to Presley. Over to Lowerson. Over to Hayden Lowe. On the far side for Ashlyn Lowe. She wanted to go inside but guarded well, so she'll give it out to Lucy Lowerson. A 3 here from Elsie Lowerson, and the rebound was grabbed there by Mackenzie Gawley, and as the East Central defender swatted at it, unfortunately she got the head of the Braham players. That'll be Lucy Lowerson's first, team's 6th. Braham will get set to inbound. 32-9 is our score, 4:44 to go in the first half. Davis will bring it up the court, gives it off to Alex Rysdam on the far side. Wanted to go back to Ayla Anderson, and now she will. Gives it Emily Davis near side. Heikes is standing top of the key, and she was open, but pass was late to her, so she'll give it to Rysdam. This pass inside for Heikes is good for 2, plus she draws the and 1. The defender was trailing behind her, got her hand on the ball, and just trying to finish the play, knocked the ball out of her hands. Unfortunately, that is going to be the first on Ashlyn Lowe, but unfortunately she got into the body of Heikes as she shot it. So now Heikes will have a chance for a 3-point play. It is good, and the 3-point play there by Olivia Heikes. 35-9, but here come the Eagles, getting it set to go, taking off out of her spinner stance is Ashlyn Lowe. She gives it up the court quickly here to Lowerson, now to Lucy Lowerson. That's Elsie and Lucy out there both together. Hayden Lowe has it. Lowe trying to get around the defender, Rysdam, but that is blocked and stolen away by Morgan Rysdam. Morgan Rysdam will take it up the court. Sarah nearly lost it. Olivia Heikes on the top of the key for three. It's long. Shot is up, no good. And I think they're now going to get Emily Davis for a foul. Back over and over the back call. Elsie Lowerson was trying to get there for the rebound. But again, I think they do Emily Davis for the foul. It's her first, team's fourth. So now Elsie Lowerson will inbound for East Central. Lowerson looking. She'll inbound it to Hayden Lowe. Lowe with it, trying to get around the defender, Morgan Rysdam. Full court pressure here put on by the blue and gold. But here comes Elsie Lowerson. She's double teamed. She's saying, hey, you can double me all you want, but I'm going to get around you. And then she throws it off the defender. She was doubled in that corner. So she throws it off the defender, Alex Rysdam. Smart move there by Elsie Lowerson, realizing there's really nowhere for her to go. They had a canopy over her, so she couldn't even pass it. So she just threw it off the defender and lived to play another shot, if you will. Elsie Lowerson has it on the pass from her teammate. Now she gives it to Lucy Lowerson, her sister, I'm assuming. Lucy Lowerson to Hayden Lowe. Hayden Lowe on the far side. Head fake. Drives inside. Stops. Gives it back outside to Lucy Lowerson for three off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded here by Emily Davis. Davis will take it up the court. Gives it off near side to Alex Rysdam. She gets a screen. Driving inside. She nearly had it stolen away. It was tipped. Olivia Heikes gets it back. Now to Ayla Anderson. Ball is up for grabs. Ayla Anderson comes down with it. Gives it to Alex Rysdam. Now to Emily Davis. Davis on the near side. Back to Alex Rysdam for three on the elbow. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Somehow Heikes shoots in there and comes away with the rebound. She'll give it off to Morgan Rysdam. Morgan Rysdam thought about three, but instead she travels, and that'll give it back to East Central. As she had the shot, but before she took the shot, she threw a head fake and then decided to run with it, and because of that, she shuffled her feet and traveled. So that will give it back to East Central now. And for the Eagles, they just want to capitalize off of a turnover from Braham. Haven't been able to do that much tonight, but they'll look to do that here. Addie Presley will get the inbound. She's guarded by Heikes. She'll give it off to Lucy Lowerson now on the near side. Lucy Lowerson with some open space at the free throw line. Stops trying to direct traffic. She gives it back to Elsie Lowerson. Elsie looking to give it on the far side. Hayden Lowe. Lowe wants to go inside. Addie Presley for two. Good-looking shot from Addie Presley, and it's 35-11. Braham still with the lead. Emily Davis has it. Davis gives it off far side. Morgan Rysdam. She gives near side here to Avery Schockman. Schockman going to drive inside. Her shot, They're going to call that a shooting foul. She was trying to pass that ball off. They're going to call it a shooting foul, so she gets the benefit of the doubt of trying to pass that ball. They're going to call it a shooting foul, so Avery Schockman's going to go to the line for two. I don't know if that was the right call. Addie Presley is the guilty Eagle, her first, team's eighth, and the shot is up and good by Schockman. Now, the reason why I say that maybe not be the right call is because, again, she was trying to pass the ball, but also, instead of it being a 1-and-1 for Schockman, now she gets two, even though it really wouldn't have mattered in the end because she made her first. So, and that one no good, but rebounded and put back for two by Bridget Gawley. 38-11. Hayden Lowe gives it to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson lets the double team get around her, and then she dribbles the ball back up the court into the offensive zone. Gives it off on the near side. Ashlyn Lowe, that's the far side. Ashlyn Lowe goes to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson back out to Ashlyn. Ashlyn has it. She'll give it to Hayden. Hayden gives it back on the far side there to Lucy Lowerson, and I think we're going to get a travel by Lucy, yeah. Unfortunately, again, that head fake led her to shuffle those feet before she dribbled, and that will give it back to Braham. 38-11, 1:53 to go here in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. Bridget Gawley with it, gives it inside Morgan Rysdam. She goes over the defender. Her shot is no good, but she was fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot two. I think so anyways. They might have called this a 1-and-1. This is going to go on Addie Presley once again, her second, and the team is ninth. And Morgan Rysdam will shoot two. This one's off the front of the rim and good. Couple substitutions here for East Central. And both of them are good for Morgan Rysdam. 3 of 4 from the free throw line for her, as Ashlyn Lowe will get the inbound pass. She'll bring it up on that far side of the court, trying to get around Emily Davis, and she'll hand it off now to Kennedy Volk, but it's pit-pocketed. Stolen away by Emily Davis. Emily Davis gives it up the court quickly. Well, she tried to. Oh, they're going to say it's East Central ball. I thought it was, it's Brand ball, not East Central. I thought it was going to be East Central ball, though. That's what I thought, but it was poked out from behind by a member of the Eagles. Sometimes my mouth works too fast in my brain. I know what I want to say, but then my mouth runs, and I can't stop it. I guess we'll get the inbound. Gives to Emily Davis at the top of the key. Davis will travel right and then give it off to Avery Schockman. Schockman on the far side, pass to Rysdam. Rysdam outside to Heikes. Heikes on the near side, back to Schockman. Schockman trying to get around the defender, gives it to Heikes. Heikes a long two is off the mark, no good. And it is rebounded there by Ashlyn Lowe. She's got some speed. She's got some numbers. She drives inside, stops on her drive, gives it to Chandra Nelson. Chandra Nelson now over here to Sophia Eklund. Lowerson to Lowe. Far side to Volk. Kennedy Volk with it. And dribbled it behind her. Gives it off to Lucy Lowerson. Lucy trying to give it to Volk. She does get it to Volk. Volk with it. Dribbling, trying to find a way inside. Gives it to Ashlyn Lowe. Lowe at the perimeter. Gives it to Lucy Lowerson. Now to Eklund. Eklund driving inside. Back outside to Ashlyn Lowe. Lowe's going to have to get off a shot here. 3 seconds to shoot. It was tipped and stolen by Avery Schockman. And here's Morgan Rysdam with it. Inside, but guarded well. She has to pick up her dribble. Stop. She gives it back outside to Bridget Gawley. That shot's no good. Morgan Rysdam is there for the rebound for 2. And the putback makes it 42-11. Shot clock off as we're under 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Now down to 22, 21, and 20 as they get the inbound to the Eagles here to Ashlyn Lowe. Lowe will take it. The defense is back for Braham. Ashlyn Lowe getting things set up for the offense. Hands it off to Volk. Volk trying to get around the defender. Wanted to go inside. She had the lane, but it was closed off quickly. Back to Ashlyn Lowe for 3 from Kennedy Volk. No good. Olivia Heikes with the rebound. They still got time. 2 seconds. 1 second. Morgan Rysdam. It's blocked there by Kennedy Volk. So the final shot at the buzzer is blocked by Kennedy Volk, but we'll go to halftime. And at the half, the Bombers lead it over East Central 42-11. We'll get a commercial break here and a word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll come back, recap the first half of action. You're listening to girls basketball here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Heggy's Pizza, 2 for $16 with a new breakfast pizza available. Starbucks Frappuccinos are 2 for $7. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King Size for only $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon. Get ready for hunting and frying that turkey 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Pine Insurance Agency and Grinnell Mutual are dedicated to a season of cheer. We wish you a very happy holiday season and the joy of spending time with family and friends. It is our gift to serve you, now and in the future. Celebrate this holiday season and trust in tomorrow. Contact Pine Insurance Agency, your local Grinnell Mutual agent, at pineagency.us today, or call 320-629-2515 for all your insurance needs. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. We're at halftime here where the Bombers lead over the East Central Eagles 42-11 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. The team at Embrace believes the result of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong, that's right, a lifelong retention program. Taking a look at some of the first half stats for the Braham Bombers, who lead 42-11, leading the way in points was Olivia Hikus with 12, 8 from Morgan Rysdam, then 6 from Alex Rysdam, 5 from Everly Davis, 3 for Avery Schockman, then 2 for Bridget Golly, Mackenzie Golly, Ayla Anderson, and Jenna Beck. They did not have one player out on the court that did not score. So everyone that saw the court here in this first half for Braham scored. Rebound-wise, leading the way was Alex Rysdam with 5, but close behind her with 4 were both Morgan Rysdam and Olivia Hikus. And then they had 12 steals in that first half, 3 from Rysdam, 2 from Emily Davis, Avery Schockman, and Mackenzie Golly. They had 2 blocks. They were 6 of 11 from the free throw line and had 4 team fouls. On the other side for the East Central Eagles, they were led in scoring by Kennedy Volk with 7 points for her, then 2 for Lucy Lowerson and Addie Presley. 3 rebounds for Ashlyn Lowe led the team. They had 2 steals, 1 for both the Lowes, Hayden and Ashlyn. 1 block from Volk, and they were 0 for 0 from the free throw line. They did not go to the free throw line. They had 9 team fouls as well. So a tough first half for East Central, but we definitely saw the good. We definitely saw the good things that they can do. You know, again, this is a young team. It's an inexperienced team a little bit too with a new head coach, but they're doing a really good job despite that. You know, they haven't been playing terrible in my opinion. You've got a team in Braham that is really, really good, but again, they're doing their job and getting the job done. I think one of the things that they'll definitely want to do a little bit better here in the second half is capitalize on some of the turnovers that they've created from Braham. Braham has actually turned it over more than they would have hoped to here in this first half. Even though the steals for East Central, there's only 2 of them, there have been plenty more turnovers because of a travel or 2 or because a ball gets tipped and it goes out of bounds. Whatever it may be, there definitely have been some turnovers that Braham would like to say, we need to make sure that we don't have those in the second half. But for East Central, they're also looking at themselves and going, we got to turn those into points more often than not. So I think that'll be one thing that they look at here in the second half. And again, they did play a pretty good first half despite Braham being so good. But I thought they did a good job. Once they kind of shook off the rust and kind of got comfortable in the game, they did a really good job of getting the speed. Braham is probably one of the faster teams, not just in the conference, but maybe in this section and arguably the state of Class Single A basketball. So for East Central to be able to keep up with that is no easy task, and I thought they did a pretty darn good job of that here in half number 1 themselves. And again, Braham is stout defensively, but East Central did a really good job, I thought. But for Braham, you really don't need to change much. If there's anything, you're looking at it and going, hey, turnovers, we need to cut down on those. We can't have as many because sooner than later, East Central is probably going to capitalize. Also, we need to make sure that we're passing the ball well. There have been a few times where the passes by Braham haven't been the cleanest, and because of that, East Central has had a couple of steals and forced a couple of turnovers for themselves. So if I'm Braham, I'm saying, hey, we just need to clean up a few of these things. Other than that, I think they're playing as well as they want to. Obviously, just the little things that they'll want to clean up, setting their feet, because they have left a few 3-pointers out there. They only hit 1 in that first half. That came from 2. 1 came from Hikus, 1 came from Morgan Rysdam, but they definitely want to be a little bit better than what they have been from that 3-point line and beyond. So they'll look to work on the little things and just cleaning those up. So we're going to take one more break, but stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to be giving away some Duluth Ice Fishing Show tickets. It is the Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show in Duluth. That is next weekend We will give away a pair of tickets to that coming up here after the break. So stay tuned after the commercial break. We'll be giving away a pair of tickets to that event up there in Duluth. I'll give you the keyword to text in after a word from our fine sponsors here.
Arrowhead Transit. Arrowhead Transit, your community. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action, every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action, every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally, 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, you heard the Packers promo there. Yes, because the Packers are playing tonight, they are on air over on 106.5 FM. So you can blame them for us not being on the right channel. But technically we're still not on the right channel because Braham also gets played on KBK. So technically we're still okay. But as I mentioned before, when we came back from the break, we were going to be giving away a pair of tickets to the Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show in Duluth next weekend. So, I'm going to make it simple for you because I want to have a white Christmas. Text the word SNOW, S-N-O-W, to 320-629-7575. That's the word SNOW to 320-629-7575 for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show next weekend in Duluth. So, again, this is your chance now. Text 320-629-7575, SNOW, for your chance to win a pair of tickets up to that ice fishing show next weekend in Duluth. Don't forget, we have our Santa's Hotline next Friday. Have your little ones call in and talk to Santa himself. Joshua Miron and Santa are going to be live on all stations, WCMP and KBEK, from 6 to 8 p.m. next Friday, the 13th. As we get set to begin half number 2 on KBEK, East Central will inbound. It'll be, Elsie Lowerson will inbound here to Hayden Lowe. East Central will go left to right now on your radio dial, and Braham right to left. Hayden Lowe has it on that far side, guarded well by Rysdam. She'll give it back over here to Volk. Volk looking. She led the team in points in the first half. She gives it to Chandra Nelson. Nelson now over to Lucy Lowerson. Lowerson trying to drive inside, stops, gives it to Volk. Volk, 3 is just off the mark. Rebounded there by Beck. So Beck has it. She'll give it up the court quickly to Morgan Rysdam. Rysdam, top of the key. I think that's Emily Davis. Now over to Morgan Rysdam. Rysdam gives it inside. Olivia Heikes through some contact. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded there by Kennedy Volk. Volk will give it now to Elsie Lowerson. Lowerson near side to Volk. Volk looking. She'll give it to Lucy Lowerson. Chandra Nelson for 3. That rattles its way through. Chandra Nelson, her first points of the night are a 3-point shot. 42-14. Morgan Rysdam gets around one defender, gives it over to Emily Davis. Shot is up and good, and she was fouled. That's, I think, a little bit of ticky-tack there. I think you could have let him play through that one. It will be the third on Kennedy Volk, the team's first of the second half. And Emily Davis now has a chance for the 3-point play. She was 1 of 2 from that free throw line here in the first half. First one is no good, but Olivia Heikes is there for the rebound. She gives it back out to Morgan Rysdam, and Rysdam is going to get called for the foul on the charge. That'll be her second and the team's first of half number 2. So Rysdam picks up her second foul. So give the ball back to East Central. Hayden Lowe inbounds to Elsie Lowerson. Might recognize her name from that volleyball team. Had a pretty darn good year. Lowerson over to Volk. Volk on the far side. Top of the key to Lucy Lowerson for 3. It's just off the mark, and Braham teammates battle for it, but Morgan Rysdam pulls it in. She stops at that East Central logo. Pass on the far side to Emily Davis. Davis gets around 1 from the free throw line, pulls up for 2. It's no good, and Beck is going to come in for the rebound. She'll give it off to Heikes. Heikes' shot is no good. Rebound up for grabs. Lucy Lowerson can't get it. It's Jenna Beck who will power her way to get it. Pass to Olivia Heikes on the far side. She gets it, drops it in for 2, picks up the and 1. It's the first foul on Elsie Lowerson, team's second, and Olivia Heikes now with a chance for the 3-point play. She had one of those in the first half and converts that one. So 3-point play there is good again for the Bombers, 47-14. Bringing it up the court, Elsie Lowerson gives it off on the far side. Hayden Lowe. Lowe trying to get around the defender, Rysdam. She picks up her dribble, gives it back outside Volk. Volk now top of the key. Lucy Lowerson for 3. Just off the mark. And it's rebounded by Morgan Rysdam. Quickly up the court. Now on the far side, Emily Davis gets packs from Alex Rysdam, and her shot is through. Elsie Lowerson will give it off to Volk. Volk will give it right back to Lowerson. Lowerson gives it near side. Hayden Lowe. Stolen away by Morgan Rysdam. And fast break is up, and it is good. That's her 4th steal of the night, and another fast break point there for Braham. We have actually too many in the first half. Volk with it on that far side. Chandra Nelson. She picked up the first 3 of the night for East Central. Oh, the second. It was Kennedy Volk who had one in the first. I was kind of questioning that as I said. I was like, wait a minute. It was Kennedy Volk who hit one first in the first half. Chandra Nelson will look for number 2, though, of the second half. That's not going to be good. It's off the mark, and Emily Davis will get the rebound. Quickly up the court. Alex Rysdam inside Jenna Beck. Shot no good. Alex Rysdam with the rebound. She'll put it back and in for 2. She's into double-digit scoring now with 10. Math is hard. She has 8. Don't trust me with math, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a good idea. Hayden Lowe with it. She'll give it off to Kennedy Volk. Volk just inside that perimeter, trying to drive past the defender, Emily Davis. She drops the ball, and they're going to get a jump ball call. She lost it. She nearly gave it up, but then she dove back on top of it, and because of that effort, it's going to be jump ball, and the possession arrow is favoring East Central. So that effort and hustle is the reason why East Central has the ball back. I'm not real sure. We got a buzzer twice, maybe an inadvertent buzzer. But Braham takes it the other way, and Chandra Nelson will get a block there on that shot. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know, because you get 5 seconds to inbound. That felt a little too quick for the inbound buzzer. I'm not real sure. I think it might be a scoreboard issue maybe once again. 53-14 is what is shown. It looks like that has been confirmed. 14:38 to go in the second half. Morgan Rysdam trying to inbound, and that's going to be 5 seconds. Great job by the Eagles to defend everyone that she was trying to get that ball off to on the inbound, and she had nowhere to go. It's going to be a 5-second violation on the inbound, so East Central will get it back. Now can they capitalize off the turnover? That'll be the question. Again, if they can capitalize on the turnovers, they'll be right back in this game, believe it or not. Lucy Lowerson will get the pass from Volk. Chandra Nelson on the far side. And they're getting around Beck. She passed it to Volk. Volk guarded well by Davis. Volk, you're going to drive inside, back outside. Chandra Nelson. Shot. They're going to get her for a travel. I thought it was blocked and knocked down, but I think what happened is she went up for it, came down with it, and Beck had a hand on it. Either way, the Bombers have it back. Alex Rysdam to Heikes. Heikes had it nearly poked away, gives it to Davis. Davis wanted to go for 3, but the defender was just there. So she pulls it down, gives it to Alex Rysdam. She gets a screen from Beck, now drives inside. Pass outside to Emily Davis. Davis driving, shot no good. They'll get a charge on Emily Davis. charge there on Emily Davis. Some fans who are not too pleased with that, but you got to understand, Braham's leading 53-14, so need to pull back a little bit. Hayden Lowe will get it inbounded from Elsie Lowerson. Now passes off to Volk. Volk trying to get a screen from Elsie. Volk spinning one way, takes it back the other. Shot is up. Oh, just missed. And Olivia Heike is going to pick up the rebound for Braham. Quickly up the court here to Emily Davis. Now to Alex Rysdam. Oh, and we're going to get a foul here on East Central as Emily Davis. I don't know. That's one where I think she might have gotten her foot stepped on and tripped on her own. So I don't know if that's so much a foul as it is. She just kind of tripped, not so much on her own, but because she had stepped on a foot. So that one's ticky-tack too. Inbound here to Olivia Heikes. Shot is then put down by Jenna Beck on the pass from Heikes. So Heikes with the assist to Beck, and now here come the Eagles again. It's Volk with it. She wanted to go to Chandra Nelson. Chandra Nelson will get it. Oh, she had an open look from three. Decides to pull it down, give it to Lucy Lowerson. She'll hand it to Elsie Lowerson from three. Oh, just off the mark. And no one going to get there in time for the rebound. It will go out of bounds and back to Braham. 55-14 is the score. Alex Rysdam inbound to Emily Davis. On the far side, Alex Rysdam steps inside, trying to go underneath to Emily Davis. That was tipped out of bounds by Volk. Volk right in that passing lane. Great job by her to get her hand in there. And again, now it may go out of bounds and it may stay with Braham, but what you do is you create a little bit of doubt the next time that they try to pass to her with that defender there. Heikes will get the inbound. She gives it to Ayla Anderson on the far side. Alex Rysdam for a three. 58-14. Elsie Lowerson will bring it forward for East Central. Wanted to go to her right, back to her left, now to her right for Hayden Lowe. Lowe trying to get the defender to move off her mark, gives it back to Volk. Volk going to drive inside, shot is up just off the mark. A good look, but Emily Davis with the rebound. Just so tough with a couple defenders there. She battled, though. I like to see that from East Central. Still battling through a lot from this really tough Braham defense. Beautiful pass from Morgan Rysdam inside to Emily Davis, who's just underneath the basket. She lays it in for two, 60-14. Creeping up on 12 minutes to go. Volk with it on the near side. Guarded by Davis. She'll go across court to Nelson. Nelson going to take the long three, just off the front of the rim, no good. And Volk nearly got the rebound, but Alex Rysdam is going to wind up keeping her feet. Volk was kind of diving after it and unable to get there. Oh, and then late whistle may be the right call, but a little bit late there as Morgan Rysdam will draw the foul. I think they got Chandra Nelson. They did. So it's her third, team's fourth. And Morgan Rysdam at the line for two. First one's good. A couple substitutions here for both sides. It's Presley and Ashlyn Lowe in for East Central. Avery Schockman in for Braham for Heikes. Again, Morgan Rysdam at the line. Made her first free throw. This one's going to rattle home. She makes them both 62-14. Ashlyn Lowe will bring it forward. Gives it off now to Hayden Lowe on the far side there for Addie Presley. Presley gives it to Chandra Nelson, top of the key. Over on the near side, Lucy Lowerson. Lowerson driving in, gives it back now to Presley. Presley to Lowe, to Hayden Lowe. It's Ashlyn and Hayden out there. Hayden tries to drive inside. It was blocked and stolen by Rysdam. Morgan Rysdam. Morgan Rysdam will give it off far side. Schockman. Schockman thought about three. Pulls it down, dribbles, gets a screen. Oh, got a moving screen there that Braham got away with. This reverse layup, no good. Rebounded there by Mackenzie Golly. Shot no good by her, and it's rebounded by Addie Presley. She'll give it back to Ashlyn Lowe in the offensive court on the far side. Now to Hayden Lowe. Hayden Lowe for three herself. That's going to come up well short, and it will go out of bounds. Chandra Nelson out, and in, I believe, for the first time tonight, is going to be Sophia Warman. So her first time out onto the court. Braham with it, meanwhile, in their offensive zone. Shockman has it, and she's left alone on the elbow for three. It's going to be no good. Rebounded there by Alex Rysdam. Shot is up, no good. Shot is up and no good again from Rysdam. She gets her own rebound. Putback is no good again. Rebounded there. I can't quite see. I think that's Lucy Lowerson. Pass up the court quickly here to Lowe, to Presley, over to Lowerson on the far side. That's Sophia Warman for three, no good. Rebounded there by Shockman. Now on to the near side for Bridget Gawley. Gawley will give it back to McKenzie. Now over on the far side. Avery Shockman drives. Shot is no good. Alex Rysdam there for the rebound and the putback for two. 64-14. Under 10 minutes to go. Hayden Lowe with it. Looking for where to go with it. She'll get handed off to Ashlyn Lowe. Now top of the key for Warman. Near side to Lucy Lowerson. Lowerson now over to Presley. Presley on the far side for Hayden Lowe. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Shockman. Shockman far side gives it off to Alex Rysdam. Inside here to Ayla Anderson. And she does a good job just to shoot it through contact to draw the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot two. So running clock will start once we reach that 9-minute mark, or the halfway mark of half number two. The foul there is drawn by, or is on Addie Presley. Anderson's first one is no good. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 64-14. Braham with the lead. Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lynchburg, and Cambridge. Plus, they have their board-certified orthodontists who are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at EmbraceMN.com. Ayla Anderson, no good on that one. It was rebounded there by Mackenzie Gawley, and then she passes it off here to Bridget Gawley for two. East Central back with it in their offensive zone. Ashlyn Lowe will give it off on the far side to Volk. Volk gives it top of the key here to Warman. Now to Lucy Lowerson to Presley. Back to Lowerson. Lowerson, head fake, drives around the defender. Shot is up, no good, and rebounded by Bridget Gawley. Taking it up on the far side, Emily Davis. Gives it near side now to Bridget Gawley. Gawley with it, trying to drive in on the defender. Gives it back outside to Anderson. Now over to Emily Davis. Davis for three. No good. Rebound. That should be East Central ball. It is. And Kayla Anderson went to try go for it. She pulled back, but I don't think she pulled back in time. I think she may have just touched it. And there it is, running clock now, 66-14. Under 8:20 to go. Ashlyn Lowe bringing it up the court. She wanted Volk on the right side of her. Instead, she went on the other side, so she does find her, though. Volk will give it to Warman. Now on the near side to Lowerson, Lucy Lowerson, to Volk. Volk to Presley. Presley waiting for the offense to set up. She'll give it on the far side there to Ashlyn Lowe, rather. Lowe on the near side, Warman. Warman dribbles once, takes it inside, and it is going to be stolen away by Morgan Rysdam. Fast break opportunity, and Rysdam makes the most of it. Drops it in for two, 68-14. Ashlyn Lowe up the court with it, tries the spin move, but guarded well by Rysdam. Now she's double teamed. She'll try to get it to Volk, and it is poked, stolen away by Emily Davis. Pass there to Morgan Rysdam. Off the mark, it will go back to East Central. Elsie Lowerson will check back into the game for Warman. Under 7.5 to go. Inbound here from Volk to Ashlyn Lowe. On the far side, Lucy Lowerson, head fake, driving, gives it now to Presley. Presley for three, line drive shot, no good. Lowerson trying to get the rebound. A battle there, no foul called, which is interesting, and the ball's going to go out of bounds off a Shockman, they'll say, and East Central will hold on to it. I like the battle there and the hustle shown by Lucy Lowerson. She was not about to give that ball up so easily. Addie Presley will get it inbounded. Now over to Lucy Lowerson. Lucy Lowerson deserves another. She deserved to take a shot because of that hustle. Gives it off to Elsie Lowerson. Again, presumably her sister. Back to Lucy for three. Shot no good. She's going to fight for that rebound, but it is taken by Jenna Beck. And she'll give it off to Schachman. Schachman on the far side. And gives it to Morgan Rysdam, who lost it. Just took her eye off it for a second because she was wide open for a three. And, again, that's one of the cases where sometimes you can be too wide open. And I think she was just too ready to take that three-point shot where she took her eye off the ball just for that split second that took for it to go through her hands and out of bounds. Meanwhile, the Eagles have it back. Kennedy Volk battling through traffic, gets the foul call and drops it in for two. Kennedy Volk, through a ton of contact, gets it to drop, and they're going to get this foul on Emily Davis. Get a few substitutions here for Braham and try and get those into you while Kennedy Volk has a chance at a three-point play. First time at the free throw line, it's no good. And rebounded there by Mackenzie Gawley. With it now is number 33 for Braham. That's Ava Kunke. And foul. I think we got a whistle. Again, we're going to go to the scorer's table. So I think they're just trying to get all the players and their numbers in there correctly for the scorer's table. Meanwhile, 31 is Lauren Lenez. Shot up here, shot no good there by Ayla Anderson. Rebounded by Elsie Lowerson. Quickly up the court to Lucy. Lucy gives it back to Elsie. Elsie looking, holding, going to drive, stops, steps back outside the perimeter. Wanted Volk, but she's guarded well. She'll give it back to Lucy. Lucy on the far side there to Ashlyn Lowe. Ashlyn Lowe. She's looking. She'll drive around the perimeter. She gives it now to Addie Presley. Shot, was there. No good. Lucy Lowerson with the rebound. Now to Volk. Volk on the far side trying to get around some defenders to Lucy Lowerson. Lucy Lowerson pulls down the shot from three to Presley. Presley trying to go inside to Ashlyn Lowe. Shot is going to be poked away and stolen by Ayla Anderson. And nearly stolen back, but Braham holds on. That's Ava Kunke who holds on to it. Driving one way, takes back the other way, gives it to Bridget Gawley. Gawley on the near side. Gets around one defender, gets a screen, going inside, pass there to Mackenzie Gawley, who drops it in for two, plus draws the foul. So that is number 5, Mackenzie Gawley, who draws it. And the 16th foul on East Central, and the 4th on Addie Presley. Mackenzie Gawley with a chance at a three-point play. And no good on the shot. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by East Central, so it's going to stay. No, excuse me, last touch by Braham, rather. I apologize. It will go back to East Central. 3.5 minutes left to go in this game. 70-16, Braham with the lead. Here comes Ashlyn Lowe. She'll give it off on the far side to Volk. Volk back to Lucy Lowerson. Lowerson finds Presley. Back to Elsie. Elsie Lowerson. She's going to take a shot from way downtown. It's no good, but Kennedy Volk is there for the rebound and drops it in for two. Kennedy Volk, what a play. She came in out of nowhere to make that rebound. But here come the Braham Bombers. Pass up quickly to Gawley, who was underneath the basket, but she was defended well by Volk again, and that pass is going to go and wind up out of bounds. So get a lot of subs here for East Central. I don't know if I'll get them all in, so I apologize. I apologize if I don't get them all in. I will try. So we've got number 3 and 11. I believe that's 13, and we've already seen 12, and then 22. I'll try and get these players' names to you here as soon as I can. Ayla Anderson, though, with the rebound on the missed shot from East Central. Quickly up the court, they'll give it off to Bridget Gawley. Inside, shot no good. Rebounded there by Ava Kunke. And now out to Lauren Lenez. To make Bridget Gawley. She'll get a screen from Anderson. She'll give it back out to Mackenzie Gawley over on the far side to Lauren Lenez. Lenez inside. Mackenzie Gawley. Shot is in for 2. Hey, let's see if we can't get some names for East Central now. Number 3 is going to be Haley Bay. And this pass nearly stolen away. It is going to be stolen away here by Bridget Gawley for Braham. They'll slow things down. We're at 1:45 left. Meanwhile, for East Central, number 11 is going to be Clara Sakala. East Central has it, and it is nearly stolen away. Braham has it. I think we're going to get a... No, I think jump ball, possession arrow favors Braham. And number 13 lost her glasses, and number 13 is Amira Nuego. If I am botching that last name, I apologize. So because the jump ball, possession arrow was favoring Braham, they'll hold on to it with about a minute to go. Mackenzie Gawley shot inside is good for 2. And it's 74-18, under a minute now to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Customized Smile Journey starts with free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. That ball was kicked out of bounds by a member of the Eagles. That was Clara Sakala. Number 22, that is going to be Adeline Fote. Not sure if that's Coach Fote's daughter, the boys basketball head coach, but one would assume. Bombers have it back, no need to score. Shot clock is off, so they will probably more than likely just dribble out the rest of the clock. Almost a travel there, would have given it back to East Central, but and they're just looking to take the rest of this clock. And a late foul there. They're gonna get Nuego. Oh man, you really hate to see that, especially with a running clock, and I mean, which that'll be it. So that is going to do it here in East Central. The Bombers get the victory over the Eagles by a score of 74-18. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. We'll be back with the recap of this one. You're listening to girls basketball here on Nice 95.5.
Hey there, sports fans. Hey there, sports. Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
The Arrowhead Ice Fishing and Winter Show, presented by Eskimo and Ion, returns December 13th through 15th.
Join us for a fantastic family adventure.
The crowd favorite Sea Lion Splash offers multiple thrilling performances each day.
Try your luck at catching a trout in our frozen basin for prizes.
Learn fishing secrets from pros at the Icebox,
along with cooking demos from Field and Flame.
If there's too much to see,
come back a second day for free.
Come for the deals.
Stay for the fun.
December 13th through 15th at the Deck in Duluth.
ArrowheadIceShow.com.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, load up on deals like Red Bull 8.4-ounce cans, 3 for $6.50. Frito-Lay varieties, buy one, get one free. Buy a fountain drink and get a Reese's King-Size candy bar for $2. And fill your propane tanks for $3.99 a gallon to get ready for hunting and frying that turkey. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds. with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Back here on WCMP 95.5 FM KBEK because of the Packers game over on 106.5 FM. We are on KBK tonight. So the final here in this one, and if you missed it, it was 74-18. Taking a look at the stats here tonight for the Braham Bombers. Leading the way for them scoring-wise was Olivia Hikus with 15, then Morgan Rysdam with 14, 13 for Alex Rysdam, and Emily Davis had 11, 8 for Mackenzie Gawley, 4 for both Bridget Gawley and Jenna Beck, and then 3 for Avery Schockman and 2 for Ayla Anderson. It was a double-double, though, for Alex Rysdam, who had 13 points and 10 rebounds. 6 rebounds for Morgan Rysdam, 5 for both Davis and Hikus, and then 4 for Beck. Also 4 for Gawley as well. They had 17 total steals here tonight. 12 of them came in the first half, 5 in the second. 6 of them came from Morgan Rysdam, 3 from Emily Davis. They had 3 total blocks, 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 from Morgan Rysdam. Now the free throws are going to be something that they will take a look at and want to work on. They were 6 of 11 in the first half, 3 of 7 here in the second half. They were exactly 50%, 9 of 18 in the game here this evening. So for Braham, if you're going to be looking at something that you want to take away from this game and say, hey, we need to improve on that, that will be it, the free throws. You want to be around that 75% mark. So for Braham, I think that's one thing that you'll look at and you'll say, hey, here's what we got to work on in the future. They only had a total of 17 fouls, 4 in the first, 3 in the second. On the other side, for the East Central Eagles, leading the way for them with double-digit scoring was Kennedy Volk with 11 points on the night, then 3 for Chandra Nelson, 2 for both Lucy Lowerson and Addie Presley. Rebound-wise, you had both Volk and Ashlyn Lowe with 3, 2 for Lowerson, that's Lucy, and then Elsie Lowerson had 3 as well. They had 2 total steals, both in the first half, from Hayden and Ashlyn Lowe. They had 2 blocks, 1 from Chandra Nelson, and then the other one came from Kennedy Volk. They were 0 of 1 from the free throw line here tonight, only shot once, and they had 16 total team fouls, 9 in the first, 7 in the second half. So for East Central, again, you're playing a team like Braham. This is going to be a learning opportunity for them, a young, inexperienced team for East Central, but you learn a lot in a game like this. And again, I don't think they played terrible. The final score is not going to reflect the kind of tenacity they played with. They did a really good job of turning Braham over at times, getting back on defense. And again, Braham is going to have one of the faster teams in the conference, in the section, and maybe in all of Class Single A basketball. So for East Central, this is a good game for them to learn from. But just to see their defense be able to keep up with Braham was impressive because their offense, man, they can run, and they can run nonstop, can Braham. So for East Central, again, I don't think they played terribly. They're obviously going to want to improve on some things here and there, but for the most part, I thought they played pretty well. I think one of the things, the biggest things, is just going to be confidence. Confidence in shooting from long range. They did miss a few, but that comes with playing in games like these and playing against a defense like that of Braham. So I think once they gain a little bit more confidence, get a little bit more comfortable in the offense and defense that they're running, I think things are going to start to look a little bit more smooth, and we'll see this team improve much throughout the season. For Braham, again, about what we expected. Braham is the one of the favorites in the conference, along with Crosby Ironton. Obviously, Crosby is one of the favorites to go to state in Class 2A. But for Braham, they took care of business tonight and will remain undefeated on the season and in the conference. They have now played, I think, 3 games in the conference? So they are 3-0 with an early lead now in the conference. We'll take a quick look at the Great River Conference standings here early on. It is Braham now at 3-0. Crosby Ironton's also 2-0 in the conference. I don't know about after tonight. Morrow's 1-0. Then you've got Ogilvie, East Central, Mille Lacs at 500. Aiken, Pine City, and Hinckley Finlayson haven't won a conference game yet. As for us, we'll have more sports coming your way tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. You can go to either both WCMPradio.com or KBK.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That's where the links for the games we'll be covering is for the week. Of course, that is subject to change. But tomorrow, we'll have technically 5 games for you because we'll be out at a North Branch doubleheader. They're in North Branch for their girls and boys doubleheader. That begins at 5:30. Mac Nelson will cover that one. Then we'll have boys basketball tomorrow night on 106.5 FM. Pine City hosts Aiken. More boys basketball. We'll see Braham host East Central. I'm excited for that one. I think that's going to be a really good game between those two teams. I mean, Braham and East Central, that should be fun. And then we'll have hockey tomorrow night as Pine City will host Becker. Andy Beckstrom will call that hockey game. Braham East Central will be called by Adam Hefty. So be sure to tune in tomorrow. We've got lots coming your way. As for tonight, though, the final on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard shows the East Central Eagles falling to the Braham Bombers 74-18. I want to thank you all for tuning in here tonight. If you watch this game on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. That way you are notified every single time that we go live with a local sporting event. All you'll have to do once you're subscribed is you'll get that notification once we go live. Click on it. It will take you right to the live video. So be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. I want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors who sponsored this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate the sponsors. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and cover any of these games, so we appreciate all the fine sponsors and what they give us the ability to do. Again, a reminder, stay tuned to our morning shows on this station, 95.5 FM, with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, and over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk about this game and all the other games in our local listening area that happened the night before and are coming up that day, also on the weekend. Of course, stay tuned to our social medias, our Facebook pages for both stations, our Instagrams, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. I mentioned our websites already. We'll have all things there, including interviews, player news, coaching news, game recaps, articles that we've done, LOI signings by players, all those things and more. Of course, again, the final here in this one, the Bombers get the victory 74-18 over East Central. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. Tune in tomorrow for a ton of action on all 3 stations, plus our YouTube. For nice 95.5 FM, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And if you're driving, drive safe.